How are you feeling as of right now?
You know, there's a lot of emotions when you go through something like this after 29 years. The first is kind of a heartbreak and just questions as why. And then it's turned into anger, a competitive fire anger, just to kind of prove that, you know, what you stood for in your career and to have something like this happen. And now as I drive up here, it's a feeling of overwhelming support from our athletes and our community. And it's just a testament to the culture that we're trying to establish at Henderson in the athletic department, and the improvements we've made in all aspects, and our programs, how our program numbers have grown over the last 3 years. We have over 1,200 kids in athletics in Henderson now, and it's a testament to our coaches, our culture, and I just don't want anything to stop the progress we're making right now. And this is a distraction, and we're not going to let this stop us. Whether I'm mowing grass or cutting bushes next week, it's not going to stop the progress we've made. But I sure would like to finish the job we started.
Let's talk a little bit about when you started this job. That was a few years ago, and you were hired by Dr. Lamb.
Yes.
Why did you take the position in the first place?
Well, that's a good question. You know, my background is coaching. I'm an educator. I later got into the assistant principal at the high school. I was a principal at the elementary school. And, of course, I always missed the coaching aspect, the brotherhood of coachings, the coaching brotherhood. When Dr. Lamb approached me about that job, I was pretty much in my retirement job at the alternative school. But the excitement of that and getting to do what I do, I had daughters that came through this program, volleyball. I have a son that's a junior, and I just want to be a part of that. I actually had all these kids in elementary school as first graders, first, second, third graders. I was their principal. I've coached their T-ball teams. I've watched them grow up, and it's more than just a job to me. It's more than just a job. I love these kids. I love this community. You can see in there the number of people that came out to support what we're doing, and good always wins in the end.
What can you tell us about your relationship with the interim superintendent, Mr. Dunlap?
I've had maybe 3 conversations with him. So I've known him 3 weeks. He's been here 3 weeks, and I was gone on a mission trip to Africa for 10 days of those 3 weeks. So we don't have a relationship per se. He's my boss, so I have respect for him. I just don't agree with the way things are going and the way they're going about doing it.
Yeah.
So you didn't see this coming at all, or had you heard whispers about it?
I'd heard some whispers, but I thought there's no way, you know, because of the success we've had. The first day on the job, when I met with Mr. Dunlap, his first day on the job, and he asked, the question came up, would you take a buyout? I knew I was in trouble then. I knew there was some, you don't ask somebody that on the first day. Every administrator was interviewed in the district, and not one other administrator had that question asked of them, because I've polled them, I promise you.
Did you share that with your colleagues here in school? Did you
yes,
share that
several of them. Several of my real close ones.
What was their reaction?
They couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. As administrators, they knew. They were like, whoa, it was shock. And so we kind of knew something was going on. Also, I had an athletic truck, and I lost that the first day as well. They gave him my truck to drive back and forth, and I mean, it may not have been his decision. That was probably in the contract or whatever. But you put some things together, you know something's going on. So.
Do you feel like, you know, this is maybe trying to push you out and bring someone else in?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know what to expect. I think this is that maybe some people on the school board have a personal vendetta against me. That's what I feel like, and sure looks that way.
Where would that vendetta come from?
I'd rather not say that.
Okay.
It was an incident that happened 3 years ago. Let's just say there was some money that came up missing in one of the athletic football booster club accounts, and I had to make a decision, and I'd rather not.
Okay.
I'd rather not go
Understood.
there. Yes, sir.
Understood.
Yes, sir.
So what do
I
you
could
hope-
tell you off camera. You would get a kick out of it.
I know who it is.
So what do you hope to come out of this? Will you be speaking?
I don't plan on speaking, no. I just want the truth to get out there. I want, I understand my contract can be renewed at any time, but I feel the community needs an explanation. I need an explanation, and they're going to have to look at all these people and either tell them really the truth or make up something. So
Is this going to keep you out of Henderson ISD?
Yeah, that was gonna be my question.
no, because I have a position. They're trying to move me to it's executive director of operations, which would be over maintenance, security, safety, and
You would take that
transportation.
job if they reassigned you?
I would have to, because I have to have a job for my family. So absolutely, I would take it. I would have to. I'm not going to accept. He's going to have to reassign me, and then of course I would take it because I have to feed my family. Because I have a 2-year contract, so they have to honor my 2-year contract. So.
And then once that contract is up, any idea? I mean, I know we're talking what ifs here. but-
Yeah. So I can retire next year, so I would retire probably after 2 years. My son's a junior. Once this class gets out to be their senior year, I could retire and go do something else.
How overall would you just describe your experience as the AD, specifically working with the students and this community outside of your interactions with the school board?
It's a wonderful place to work. We have great kids, we have great coaches, we have great teachers, we have great staff here. I love this place. I graduated from here in 1991. There's nowhere else I'd rather be.